You can get on board the Final Fantasy train and play some Final Fantasy. What fantasy we playing? Final Fantasy VII. Playing some Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, big dang doggy. Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII. We playing Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII. Let's get on with it with the tale of Ivalice, or the conclusion of it at least, I hope. It's been a fun game. I really do wish they'd remake. They'd make so much money off of that. I swear they would. Anyway. Oh yeah, we're gonna do voices this time. Like narration voice, not like we're gonna do like fun voices. Who reads this one? Sid. The path of most resistance. The worried look on Lynn Meryl's face suggests she bears grave tidings, or not. Greetings and salutations, Sada. I hope you're wondering whether or not the good Genomus has finally determined where in the world our next adventure to take us. I forgot what she's kind of sassy like this. I don't know. The good news is he has. The bad news, however, he's dead. No. Now, while it's not my nature to be sensationalist, sensationalism is in my job description. So bear with me when I tell you not all is right aboard the airship Lexington. Something about Alma has me deeply worried. I would not trust this information in the hands of my publisher, let alone some sullen gate guard. Should we continue our conversation on the Prima Vista from Inquisitive ears? Look at you, Alpha. You're so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way. Your boy's on the path of being a white mage. I freaking leveled up 80 on all, well, except for Reaper. On all of them. Look at this. Soul of War. My soul is embedded. The war is embedded in my soul. The war is embedded in my soul. I like that as a thumbnail. Shut it for you, my lord. Guess you may. Get me on this ship so I can figure out what's going on. Please. No. The question is, then, where exactly did Ramsay and his fellowship journey next? People aboard my airship. Ah, the great warrior of light. And 2 Mughals. Ah, Yazaru. To what do we owe this unexpected visit? I had not planned on summoning you for another several turns of the sun. Days. There we go. Can't think about it for a second there. I apologize if we have caused you any worry. I suppose one cannot allow a reporter in that midst and not expect her to report what she sees. Though I did expect a tad more discretion from Miss Merrill would lie. Alma has, as of late, been experiencing difficulties with her health. Chirrigans have been called upon to discern what exactly is it that ails her, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing physically wrong with my sister. The consensus, what the fudge, is the rigors of an extended stay in a foreign land have taken their toll on her fragile heart. Her soda was on the floor. I couldn't have that. I got him dying. Yasada, when did you... Well, she didn't faint all the way. She just had a headache. Alma. That's the Ram's I know. I'm fine, brother. I'm fine, brother. It is obvious you are not. You must return to your chambers and rest. Now you care? Let me stop. Forgive me. I shall speak once I've regained my strength. Until then, please look after my father. More babysitting? Why does my hair clip my clothes? Clip my clothes, clip my CMC. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes, the man of our next expedition. As we discovered during our most recent foray into the Estelans, the dumbass and capital of Rabanashta appears to lie upon the ruins of what can only be the royal city of Rosalia. ancient capital of the lost kingdom of Ivalice. Shortly after, we stumbled across remnants of the legendary clockwork city of Gouge, clearly repurposed into a lighthouse overlooking the Redorn cataract. Remnants which now sit suspended above the fathomless chasm. Lazalia, Gouge, what have they in common, you ask? I shall tell you. They both appear in my ancestors' accounts of the rise of Ivalice, the Durai papers. And with each new discovery, this forbidden chronicle is now proving Ivalician legend to be more fact than fairy tale. The existence of Ivalice? No, I shall not rest till I have revealed the truth of young Ramses' role in King Delita's ascension, and cleared my ancestor Oren Durai of the false accusations made against him by the church. I'm just now noticing a little ball, and it's like the little bead in his head. What about your daughter, bro? She looks like she's dying, but you don't care, do you? You're a great father, you know that? Yeah, I don't care. Gilgamesh Chittigans would have us believe she is in no immediate danger, as her illness is not one of the body, but of the mind. To borrow the words, her spirit is in a state of unbalance, and merely requires time to right itself. You mean imbalance? Just say that, bro. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh, no, there it is. I do like his drip, though. Alma will be fine as long as she remains in bed. The last thing she needs is any further excitement, especially at the paws of these meddlesome mole bats. What did you say to me? Oh, you mean the Koopas? I'm about to say. Though I must admit, both Monts Black and his brother have been proving useful than I would even dare to imagine. When it comes to usefulness, I am full in the field, or was it furious in the field? Who took the field my fur, Kupo? Don't mind the pink thing, just touch my fur. No. And you wonder why Ramsey despises you, so brother, they do all the work, and all you do is just Kupo. But you're mistaken, Hoodie. I bear neither you nor your brother any ill will. Any further ill will, that is. If anything, I owe you my thanks for your recent contributions. I don't trust him. His thanks? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? What happened to the venom-spitting adder we all used to know and hate? I wasn't paying attention that much. Alma certainly seems pleased with the change, but forgive me for not buying into this all-too-convenient transformation. So, what you saying? Simply showing the world that Ivalice actually existed will not validate the claims chronicled in the Durai papers. That's correct, Father. The key lies with Ramses Beowulf. If we can find evidence of his hidden role in history, it will prove Oren's testimony true and safeguard our family's name from the ridicule. Which is why I turned that focus of my research to Delita's forgotten companion and his actions during the War of the Lions. It was only then I discovered something more intriguing and underlying struggle with an unknown force, a force with the power to bring about calamitous ruin. Autocyte, the twisted abominations we encountered in both Lazalia and Gouge, the Lucivi, the Lucat, they are born of these unholy crystals. While nobles of the north and south scowled over Ivalice's crown, Ramses silently sought to rid the world of a darker evil. Evil manifests from the deepest desires of men and women whose minds have fallen prey to the autocyte. And with each confrontation did Ramses' fellowship grow smaller, countless companions lost to a cause that would go unwritten. Yes, far more important than any clash of armies, and so did they endure until reaching their final destination, the Orborn Monastery. Oh, I know this one. The Orborn Monastery is where Princess Ovelia was raised. There's a scene about it in the Zodiac Brave story. After Delita emerged victorious in his final campaign, he married the princess to legitimize his claim to the throne of Ivalice. I see someone's been paying attention. But I don't understand. Why would Ramses crusade against the Lucavi take him back there? Yes. According to the Durai papers, the sinister being who injured the autocyte who was said to have summoned beneath the monastery. But who or what would have the means to create something so powerful? I forgot what I made per voice, so I ain't gonna lie. Ultima, the High Seraph. A seraph? What's a seraph? Simpleton. Seraphs are believed by some to be servants of the gods, divine beings whose only purpose is to carry out the will of their immortal masters. As to whether or not Ultima can claim this title, however, I cannot say. Just as there were those who chose to worship Ultima and her otherworldly might, there were equally as many who feared the visitor and her deadly magics, oft referring to her as the Angel of Blood, but a carnage left in her wake. So a god. I know how to deal with those. Interesting. What if the spells other claims to have experienced in the Praetorium, coincidentally also called Ultima, was, in fact, an elegant interpretation of the very magics introduced to Heidelin by the High Seraph? But that, what would that mean? I have spoken with several colleagues back in Charlene regarding their opinions on the ancient incantation, and while they have yet little to show for their research, they all agree on one thing. The manner in which Ultima ethereally manifests should not be possible, at least on Heidelin, so it would naturally make sense if we discover that Elegans learned the spell from a being out of this dimensional plane. As to exactly how they convinced that being to impart the knowledge onto them beats me. Also, the speech beats me. Not of this plane. What manner of I wasn't done reading it. Oh, Shiza. Almost fit. Likely one similar to Omega. How long you been listening from the shadows, my friend? Long enough. I am here to deliver the item Mikoto requested. I like leading. Sid, there was no need for you to deliver it personally. A Moogle would have sufficed. Hey, we're not slaves. No. A Moogle. And trust that he won't tear open the package and show it to some random adventurer? No, this is yeah. Moogles do that. If you do not mind, the principal was to tell us how to find the Orville Monastery. Would that I could. No. Not even trying that one. And for the invaluable information, we owe thanks to our brothers, Moogle. Their travels have made them veritable authorities on the Dalmascan geometry. You're not Ramsay, you speak too difficult. Wait, but earlier you claimed you didn't know the monastery's whereabouts. I'm confused. Its location is not what concerns me, but perhaps the Moogles themselves should explain. Why, certainly. That vetted Valley of Vines and Vipers to where we met voyage next is home to the Viera. And therein lies our little problem. The one thing the Viera do not suffer is trespassers. Not even lovable Moogles, Skippo. They shot my cousin in the face. It was not pretty. Our glamours kept us hidden long enough to see the jungles teeming with ruins, much like those we discovered in Lazalia and Gouge. But the Viera trekkers eventually found us and took us before their elders. We burst it with our palms, Skippo. So that is why we're still here talking instead of bound for the border? The Viera who have spurned the strict code of their tribes, abandoning their people to come and live in the cities of Dalmasca. Finding and recruiting one to our cause might provide us with insight into how to reach the Orville Monastery ruins. Unfortunately, the nation's current turmoil has not made it easy to accomplish this task. We still require more time. Stop looking at your face, bro. Before avoiding the shuttle here, I was stopped by a Bagan on the docks. He asked me if I knew a Yuzaru nun, and bid I deliver him a message. I told him he was welcome to accompany me to the Prima Vista so that he might deliver that message himself, but the man refused. Don't keep my home address out to everybody. What's wrong with you? I kill gods, man. Makoto, I saw this device crafted to your exact specifications, but cannot guarantee that it will function as intended. seeing as I had nary a subject to test it on. Of course, Master Sid. If any trouble is met, then most likely it is my design that is to blame. Oh, don't blame yourself, Makoto, you. Ah, lovely dragon girl. You're still all the way. Your confidence in my craftsmanship is flattering, but you sell yourself too short, my dear. It's your excess. Good day. All of this takes place, like, before all the Scions went down for the count. Besides me, Tataru, of course, because, you know, Tataru is a goated Scion. She is a Scion. Oh my gosh. They didn't voice any of this. That's why I'm pissed off. Like, none of this got voiced. I sense that you are interested in the package Sid delivered. I have every intention to apprise you of its contents, but first I believe we should speak of Alma's condition. What is it? Do you not find her illness also timely? Genomics Ramsey would like to believe that her bouts of vertigo are not but a result of a mind fatigue, but the answer is clear. It is the oversight that plagues her. Alma recently confided in me that she would hear her father speaking would be odious, well before even his first foray into Rabanasha. However, I do not think this is entirely true, which is not to imply that Alma was trying to deceive us. Rather, I think she saw something that led her to believe that her father was conversing with the oversight. Moreover, I suspect that it was the oversight itself that granted her this vision. You recall my hypothesis of distinct frequency in our art. It's too much reading. Too much reading. Too much reading. I explained all this to Alma and recommended that she destroy the necklace. Yet not only did she refuse, but she begged me to keep this revelation from her father and her brother, which makes more sense, but her father is a little bit more alarming. And so I did the only thing I could. I devised a means which I might impede or at least lessen the effects of the odious. This device, while still incomplete, will amplify the NRR wavelengths emitted by the Virgo. This should work to interfere with those emitted by the odious, thereby shielding out from the brunt of their effects. Oh, Jesus. Apologies, but I ain't speak with you. You alone. But don't mind me, Kupo. I was floating over here in perfect earshot. Why, you? What makes you think I'm gonna lay you low right here, right now? I forgot how you sounded. Because we're here to offer you a proposition. That's what. We need information on the Gomor jungle. And a man as well traveled as you might be persuaded to provide some. Gomor, you of all creatures know that is pure land. What are you offering then? What opportunity to tell us what you know? Genomics believes our next adventure lies beneath the jungle canopy. Kupo. I should have expected as much. Very well, as I do, I can ask if you will meet someone. Now, it seems that someone may be able to assist Genomics as well. Seeing as you and the principal did right by us before, I do not see a reason why I cannot take both of you. Okay. Let us know when you're ready to depart for the Rabanasha. We were traveling in our airship. The Prima Vista would draw too much unwanted attention. I love these voices. He naked? This game, if it got a remake, would slap. I'm telling y'all, War of the Lions was like gold here, though. Tactics was gold here, though. Golden. High above the clouds we travel. Back to life of bigotry in the clouds, are we? Of course not. Not that it doesn't get across our mind. But when faced with the decision of what to do next, we need to simply remember the dying words of our leader Gijuk. Reno, I decided to re-enlist as a Dalmascan Fusilios. And a copy of the Guardians actually said yes, Kupo. Not exactly. We're now with the Resistance. Shit! You no doubt heard of the uprising in Dalmasca that followed the Doman liberation, and how it was crushed under the iron heel of the 4th Legion? I think so. The Resistance leaders were captured, tortured, and publicly executed. Yet much to the Empire's chagrin, the gruesome display only served to further rally the survivors. Well, one head and two grow back in this place. Most two and then there are four. Person can die, but an idea will live on. Now there exist several factions throughout Dalmasca. We belong to one known as Lentus Tears. And when we told our commanding officer of our recent crossing with you and yours, she simply insisted that we introduce you. Kupo? Me? I wasn't supposed to be here, Kupo. Oh, God. Not you, hairball, him. Meet with the general and you hear her proposals, Otto. If you are not interested, we shall return you to Kuide unharmed. You have our... Cora got your tongue? Have an answer dead ahead, lads. Ooh-wee. It's a lot of talking. I want to get to the action. Let me go stabby, stabby, stabby. Forget that hand motion. I'm tempted to do Cyberpunk after this versus, like, Crisis Core. This is going to be missions, because I'm not going to do the other stuff, because I know what's going to happen next. I'm going to get locked out of the city, and I can't do much after that. So it's going to be just a bunch of me doing missions. Mission after mission after mission after mission. Mission after mission after mission after mission. Sorry. This way. We've meeting Mom's Cove before nightfall. Go on, then. Look at my feet being left in the sand. Who that? She tall. She's slender. Brown. I'm already in love with her. Jesus. I'm doing this you ain't. Hey, man, what the? And then I thought he'd be taller. Hey, bitch. My apologies. I didn't mean. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh. I knew it. I knew it. Oh yeah. I am Fran, proud daughter of Dalmasca, and General of Lente's Tears. And yes, Moogle, I am Riel. Are you surprised? She's kind of sassy. Well, not really sassy, but she's kind of smug. Why, yes, in fact, I am. They're kind of all supposed to be living amongst the trees, happily having shunned contact with the outer world people. There are supposedly a few who have left their homes, but I most certainly did not expect to see one here in this sewer. It stinks down here, no less. Indeed. Are you not cold? This Baga claims you seek Bonga. Whatever. Whatever. Those ruins lie deep within the Galmar jungle, a place most sacred to my sisters. They would take great offense for you to defile it with your presence. I'm clean. Look at her nose. What is more, Boagi tells me you travel with Garleans, openly aiding those who would see our nation burn. How can we place our trust in one who would do such? I'll kill Garleans, girl. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Calm down. Calm your ears. And then you know the Empire and its people are one and the same. When you slay an Imperial soldier, you're not slaying an individual. You are slaying the enemy. Your companions, Liberator, are the enemy, despite their supposed change of heart. You misunderstand. King Genomus does not approve of the Emperor's warmongering. He wants to help Dalmasca and its impoverished masses, Kupo. And what would a Moogle know about my people? Does our blood run Dalmascan red? We'll cut you open and find out. Ooh, she's sassy. General, there's no need for threats. It's a little bit much too, by the way. God dang. You all right, Bwagi? Let us then parley. 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 Jesus, you simpleton. First, the resistance requires men. Men and women from the Eorzean and Eastern Alliances to join us in ridding Damascus of its imperial invaders. Your past deeds have made you well known to the leaders of both. They will listen to you, or if not, they will listen to these scions to which you claim allegiance. Second, the resistance requires gold. Doesn't everybody? Gold to strengthen our forces from within. Your allies are in bed with the Eastern Aldenard Trading Company, which continues its dealings with Garlemald even as you raise your sword against them, profiting from the Empire's rampant aggression. As targets of that aggression, I believe my people are entitled to a portion of those profits. Alright, let's calm it down now. Grant me these simple things, and I shall personally guide you safely to the ruins of Orborn. And what are the Lexan tales? See me to victory, and I'll take you to the Emperor himself. Those are my conditions. What say you? Hey, touch my boys isn't gonna be a problem. I will promise you nothing, but if it helps you sleep, know that I have never cut down a man who did not take up arms against me and mine, be he Guardian or Eorzean. The little veil on his stomach's kind of nice. It's all like glossy and whatever. I'd say we have our work cut out for us, Kippo. Bwagi, you and the Fusilas are to accompany the Liberator. I expect a detailed report on how many demands are received. Yes, General. Not that I expect him to be taken seriously. You are a fool to trust them, Princess. Well met, whatever her name was. Oh yeah, Prawn. Why did I say whatever her name was? I was too busy looking at other things. The waterfall. I promise. I promise. Bruh. What adventure, Kupo? Just think about tomorrow we could all be the newest members of the Dalmascan Resistance. Not that I'm ready to give up my place on the Prima Vista just yet. Welcome to the jungle! Sorry. Welcome to their jungle! Mount Black is eager to return to the Prima Vista and report your findings, Kupo. Hurry, hurry! If I don't tell someone of our adventure quick, I'll probably burst, Kupo. Whee! Who you is, bro? What the fuck? Okay, sure. Oh, that guy loves a girl. Love is the death of a soul. Damn, bro. What up? Get it. Look at this man's abs. Got to be more careful. Oh my god, you can grind meat on those. DBZA. I love that content. They stream on Twitch, I think. I freaking love those guys. They're awesome. Dragon Ball Z abridged was my freaking child. No, it was my childhood, middle school, and high school. Yeah. Vivier have been weary of outsiders for centuries. Their many tribes have remained hidden in the jungles. Content with it, motherfucker. Each tribe has its own strict code and will meet. Do I smell toast? No. Pennies, though. Yes. No. Yeah, but, and while the tribes are wholly independent, they have agreed to uphold a single standard: shun no contact with the outside world unless it's to protect their jungle. That said, with every generation, there are those here who long for a life beyond the verdant sea of trees and abandon their tracks to start a new life in the kingdom cities. My guess is that this friend is one such individual. who also happens to be the only individual we know who can guide us to the monastery. Goodbye. It's easy to do sword. I won't be enough to see us through this predicament. Let's calm down now. I've killed a lot of people, and it's gotten me this far in life. Let's be serious. I need to don the right mantle of a diplomat if we're to convince the allies in the East Autonaut Trading Company to grant us aid. What could go wrong? I don't talk good. Just because he is hard, like, oh my god, a butterfly. Is that a fucking Bahamut? Holy shit! I might do Cyberpunk after this. I haven't played Cyberpunk in a minute, bro. I haven't seen it for that game. I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. It's just I can't proceed without having it on camera. Who's Hancock? Oh, Hancock! I remember you now. Guy with the shades. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Who's this guy on my link pro thinking he knows me? I've read all about how you united the whole of Eorzea on a single stand and convinced the Holy See to end a 1,000-year conflict. Compared to that, asking for a few soldiers and a coffer or 3 of Gil should be a piece of Rollenberry cake. When Gil's involved, it is never easy. Hint. Real world problems. I suppose we should inform Bwagi down at Kugane Landing of our progress. You mentioned he was to keep an eye on us. It's a lot of back and forth. So you've been answered from East Autonaut already. Impressive. It would seem the Lady Fran has underestimated your influence amongst the round's players. I assume you have no objections to me joining you, Dan. Come on. I mean, I kind of did, but alright. You're a big buff guy walking through a... Even though his design is freaking cool. Like, I don't... Listen. Fantasy characters that are rugged with tattoos. How did I survive that? Because I'm a fucking ninja. Are so cool. Like, I'll make a tribal character all day. I mean, heck, look at my character. Like, right now. Facial tats. It's, like, so good. The body's a temple, but dang it, you can make that sucker look beautiful. Hey, can I wait till the Basma? Shall we, Yazaru? Yep. People really do crap on this one as being the worst expansion or like the least liked. Haven't played Endwalker Shadowbringers yet, so I can't say for sure. But this expansion has been slapping. First of all, the music is top tier in comparison to Heavensward. I don't care what anyone says. The music for this one, banging. A lovely lady in a banga. But excuse my manners. I am Hancock, representative of the East Autonaut Trading Company, assigned to oversee the assets in Kugane. It's a pleasure to meet you. I forgot this guy's voice, I'm not gonna lie. My babies! And I am Yuri. We apologize for making you come all this way. You can make me come in. Oh my god. Wow. Nothing is far from the landing to ahem. Nah, no, I don't care what she sounds like. It's still our baby Tot. She sounds like this all the time. But not you, Yuri. You sound exactly how you sound. Bwagi, was it? I serve Lord Hien, rightful ruler of Doma. I have come bearing our nation's reply to your entreaty. And I'm Taro, the science of the Seventh Dawn. I'm only here seeing as no one else could be bothered. Well, that and a bad message from the leaders of the Eorzea Alliance. Fucking lazy sacks of shit, Tataru. Thank you both for coming. I am Bwagi, formerly the Dalmascan Royal Fusilists. I now claim allegiance to Linte's Tears, a resistance group seeking to accomplish what you have done in Doma and Alamigo. What titles have you brought us? What tidings indeed. Allow me to begin, then. While the East Autonaut Trading Company sympathizes with your plight, we are not in a position to grant you the funding you seek. The fuck? The fuck? Oh god. Also, there's some jiggle ticket. Just jiggle. Whoa. Let's stop. As you are aware, the East Ardenard Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters of political or personal. And what of our relationship with the Egoisian Alliance? Yes. What I meant to say was, here in Hinganchi, the East Ardenard Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political and, you must understand our position. Simply supplying coin to any one group would make it appear that we somehow favor that group over another. Seeing as we conduct business openly and fairly with everyone, doing such would be sending the wrong message and ultimately harm profits. Yes. And by selling to both sides, you maximize profits while good men and women perish? How convenient. You new to this, girl. Hancock. Cock it. Does that make sense? Hancock, cock it. No, I think it's a fire then if I say cock it. We are a business, milady. We do not just want to fuck it. If it were my choice, I would provide your little resistance with all the funding it needs. But as my good friend Yazaru knows all too well, it is not my choice. Yeah, you got a point. It's the big wigs. Baby Yugiri? When the Hancock studied out your spirits, you won't be as crestfallen when I find the Egoisian Alliance will also be able to provide any assistance. Oh, no, they were cheap. And let me guess, you did everything in your power to try and convince the leaders of each city-state, only to watch they politely decline the proposal, claiming an unfortunate lack of intelligence or resources. Hey! Wait, how did you... Now, Baga, keep it tame with her. Lord Hien sends his greetings to you and yours. Having recently found strength through a newly formed alliance with our neighboring nations, Doma is open to further welcoming like-minded organizations. This includes our Damascus brothers and sisters still suffering under the imperial yoke. However, word has it that the latest attempt at reclaiming your kingdom ended in failure, resulting in the loss of countless lives, including many of the resistance leaders. You are not mistaken. Our army is not what it once was. Those remaining have been forced to take refuge deep beneath the streets of Ravenastra. The 4th Legion have already defeated you once. Lacking unity and leadership, your current resistance will not survive another tilt against the Empire's disciplined ranks. If Doma is to join hands with Almasca as an ally, you must first prove to us that you will stand as one. Doma, as a full-fledged ally, would serve far better than strengthening our cause and a few temporary soldiers. Yet even if we were able to wrest Almasca from the Empire's grasp, without unity amongst your people, the resulting chaos could prove even more perilous to the kingdom. You understand much of our situation. And based on the understanding, you would refuse your aid to Lente's tears, am I correct? Do not mistake me. Lord Hien's refusal was but a message to help you plan your next step. You have a wise master. He understands that without proper planning, driving one enemy from your midst simply creates room for the next. Lady Freya will no doubt be pleased to hear that you're responsible for exactly what she expected. You knew this whole time that your demands would be rejected, yet you still let this farce play out? Yeah. You have my apologies, but this was all necessary to prove an important point to our leader. Yep, all part of the plan. Rejected like a... Never mind. That joke's gonna file over some people's heads. I don't want to say it. Okay. Look at you, Gree. My ninja girl. Lady Fran needed to show the princess just exactly what she was getting herself into. And be honest with you, they will serve us better than any hollow promise. Thank you. What the fuck? Wait, what about the Gormore jungle? Can't hear you. Too busy happy. Too busy happy. I like that. Too busy happy. Can you believe this? We're right back to where we started. Prince Origin will not be pleased. Fuck this. Ninjas run. Shit. Flip. Flip. I'm a ninja. We'll go to Yazaru's head. Ah, my fingies. I popped it. Pop that, pop that. Just never mind. Let me stop. Do you think Patches said a Prima Vista? Her voice changes every time, I swear it does. I never remember what hers is. It'll make it easier to remember these voices. They actually have somebody to voice them. If it is as you say, it is most unfortunate, but I suppose we did everything in our power, and that is all one could ask. I still do not understand. Why would Lady Fran send Yazaru on this wild Kaze chase? She knew from the start it would be not. What the hell's a pop? Whatever. Wagi mentioned something about Fran proving a point to that leader, whoever that may be. I have no idea what that could be. If a person is imposing as Fran is taking orders from her, then chances this leader is even worse. Skippo. I would not be so certain, Lord Black. My guess is that the individual in question is still quite young and inexperienced, and that Lady Fran is trying to teach her to be an effective leader through example. By allowing her to make her own mistakes, Fran is granting her the ability to learn and grow from them, an experience that will ultimately benefit her when the time comes to make some truly difficult decisions. My titty itches. Now I seem to recall leading that one of the many faces of the resistance before the recent quelling was a young girl of royal blood. Do you suppose? You may cease with your baseless prepositions, defector. What? The door was open. Not really, I broke the lock, but anyway. And you would be? I would be here on orders from the leader of Vente's Tears against my better judgment, mind you. Greetings, Lady Fran. I presume I am your novice, Sin Lexintel, principal of the Majestic Theater Company. You and your colleagues are most welcome on the Prima Vista. What is your leader would have? What the fuck did I just say? Well, you failed in meeting even. Oh my god. Can't today. I can't. That is most generous. Unlike my speech. Is that fucking Bahamut? Every time. Now, this could be voiced. Is this going to be voiced, though? It's not. The ruins which you seek are hidden behind a waterfall here, a point roughly equidistant from the river source in its delta. You have our thanks, Lady Fran. Do not forget this kindness. Father, I shall plot a course immediately. Alma! Ramza, what is going on here? Alma, you should be in bed. She's walking kind of funny. I slept enough, brother. Tell me, who are our guests? It appears you once again prepare a leap in the dangerous maw. Keep your wits about you, though. Lady Fran is strong, but then again, so was the Oh my. If you excuse me, she's giving the eyes to tell me to leave. Are you mad? I tripped the surface in your condition. Well, he's pissed. Or he's concerned by that face. Listen to me, brother. The High Seraph beckons. She speaks to me through the audio. Whoa. High Seraph. The what? There's no need to worry. Makota and I have already advised a plan. I can help clear our family name. The Charlene had no say in this. I'm your father, and I insist you remain here on the airship. What would your mother say if I allowed aught to befall you? Mother, this is all. No. There's too many words. Read it. You get 5 seconds. I'm breathing here. I'm breathing here. Oh. It is too late. Some exorcist type shit. Bring me the priest. Wrong priest. I'm so lonely, Father. Why must you love Ramza more than you love me? Do not be convinced by your daughter's words, for they are not her own. Hell, bitch! Bye. Help me, Rams. Mama. No! How much close? Gods forfend. I told you. No one can control the power of those shards. No one! This is not the time for I told you so, dang it. Yazaru, here, take this. It might be the only thing that can save Alma, but we must hurry to the monastery. Is it finally time for some action? Because I've been waiting for this. I've been at a happy for the entire episode. Jesus. Oh gosh, that was gross. I ain't gonna lie, that was gross. Come, leave now for the Gelmore jungle. Now, I think that's what he said. Does this mean we finally have a raid to do? Oh my fucking. Have all your permission to depart, Yazaru. Every moment we tarry here, my sister sheep. Whoa, 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 wrong camera angle. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that at all. I just meant to position the camera in a way to talk to Ramza. I promise. That's all that was. I promise. I promise. I promise. Yo, DoorDash be taxing the crap out of you, bro. I had a $13 order turn to $26. Like, what the fuck is going on? Welcome to my land of the people, twould be port, Jesus. If I said I missed some, I ain't gonna lie, I messed that up hard. 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 Alma! Oh, that was Ramza. Sorry. Alma! No. Ramza! Help me! Ramza! Don't. Get the Alma! Just misses it. Be gone! Just cuts her in half. Alma! Ramza! Fuck, man! Fuck! I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Uh-oh. Well, we lost. We gained 2 to lose 1. What just... What the fuck is going on today? Bwagi, to me, the girl is not well. Might suggest we continue this back to the previous Mr. Kupo. I got what the have you the courage to face true evil? Who the fuck are you? Why do you got me at the ship is this way, Kupo? Oh my god. No, Rams was gone? Oh, dear's Teal, what have I done? What have I done? The city of lost angels. Your number was crestfallen, and at the thought he might never see his son again. See if there's all you can do to put his mind at ease. Your son's dead, bro. Oh my god. We need to do something, but whatever course is left to us, the only means we have protecting ourselves cannot even prevent my son from... I'm good at slaying gods, not consoling people. Come on now. I am sorry, you know, miss. My design was flawed. Don't say that. Not necessarily, Charlian. We all saw how I succeeded in drawing Alma back from the rift and shattering the odious. The loss of the boy is not yours to bear. Our focus here should be not of our failures, but what we have learned from them. The being beyond the rift, it spoke before claiming Ramza. It referred to you as the blood of invokers. Could it be your ancestors responsible for Ultima's summoning? Well, certainly not. I have discovered no such interference anywhere in the dry papers. Besides tales of the high service that far before the events of the early... Look! I have a bad feeling about this, Kupo! Oh, God! Ramses did. Wait, what? I did not say he was dead, my lord Dida. Merely that he has abandoned his mortal vessel, entrusting his ethereal soul to the order site. But why would he do such a thing? Peace has apparently come to Ivalice. There's not to be had from further sacrifice. The kingdom is won, and this victory is as much his as it is mine. He risks life and limb to shield me from the dark that would have seen me perish. Without him, I'd not be standing here before you. It is my duty as both king and his colleague to see him saved. Knights, to me! We ride for Orborn. My lord, wait. Ajora Glabados, first of the Zodiac Braves, was not the hero of the church who would have you believe. He betrayed Mother Heidelin for the promise of coin and power, sending forth a terrible evil from the depths of the celestial abyss. It was believed only one of the lands chosen, only a warrior of light might stand against this threat. Yet by victorious in battle, Ramza was unable to see the darkness vanquished. If failure was all that awaited a warrior of light, then what chance do you presume any other might stand? Are you saying I should do nothing then? No, my lord. Ramza is... My brother's final wish before he surrendered to the Aether was that his name be struck from the annals of history. Alma, you're unhurt. But I was led to believe none but Orlan returned from Orborn. What is this you speak of your brother's wishes? When it became apparent that we were powerless to truly defeat the High Preceptor, we chose the only path left to us, to do what happened herself to come centuries past, in prison Ultima. And as you are aware, my lord, a prison is only as strong as the seal on its gates. Ramsel sacrificed his body to ensure that the Angel of Blood would never again walk this land, and he believed that if people knew the sacrifice, it would only inspire them to seek out the holy stones and repeat the mistakes of those come before. If you truly devote yourself to his friend, then he will honor this, his final plea. These words are hard, people, okay? Like, these words are very difficult. He is gone, my lord. Now, that's easy to say. Make more stuff like that. On the road, the Lid and Rams were close buddies. If you play War of the Lions Tactics, it may seem like they weren't, but they were definitely like they were bros. They had like a Naruto Sasuke vibe, sort of. Claim the throne, my friend. Become ruler of Ivalice and restore peace to this war-torn realm once and for all. Wait, Ramza! Don't leave me, please, I beg of you! You will make a fine and just king, Delito. You do not stray from that path. Ramza! Oh, well, there you have it, kids. The Tale of the Zodiac Braves. No, there's a lot more to that. There's a lot more to that story. Play the game, you'll find out, kids. I'm still here, just reading. Taking a moment to just breathe it in. I'm digging that they got their clothes right, because I remember she did have like a color scheme just like that. If you play the game, you'll know why I'm kind of bouncing that. It was a pretty sick tune, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta piss. That's what liquid will do to you. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Oh shit. Hide. Trusty Echo, wasn't it? So wait, I thought the litter got her pregnant. That's what I was confused about, but I guess Orin did? Would've known. She's not speaking of answer, but the line of those chosen are to serve as the warriors of light. Oh, she wants me. What'd she just say? Matron's teeth? God's tits, basically. That's funny. I've been a fool. General! It is alright, Bloggy. My intention was to claim one of these aura sites in the name of the Resistance and use his power to lay waste to the Guardian occupants. You crazy psychotic woman! Wow, that's a little bit much. She got some long ass hair though. I do like that. It's that wild ass curly untamed hair. Hmm. Oh, thank God! Finally, some action. And I gotta pee now. Watch it not take like. Watch it. Well, I'm gonna take a piss first before I do this. Thank you very much. Let's go. Oh, Jesus. There you go. What the fuck is that thing? Nice. Nine. Almost audio. Oh, that's right, this guy. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Not bad, not bad, not bad. We're doing pretty good. Show him your hole. Damn! I couldn't type fast enough. Scripted death, by the way. Scripted death. That's all that was. Everybody's over here. Oh, by the way, if you Q as a healer, it's like 3 seconds max. Like, I didn't believe it at first, but no, they're right to say that. I'm about to get hit. I was in the bull, the free space. I couldn't speak English for a second there. Yeah, shite. Where is he? Oh god. Her Raijin does about the same amount of damage, though, Key. I'm gonna check that, actually. I got time. Shit. It's 250. Armor crush is just... Oh, it's 320. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. So it does do more damage. I stand corrected. Stadio!
Youth guides your fate, but have you the faith to fulfill his legacy?
Hey, you! Alright, maybe for the game.
Swift and final, its fight as cold as steel.
That's right, that's how that works. The fuck just happened? Ah!
7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold. Like death.
Free me! Who died? Oh, piss. Here we go.
The dreams of men are fleeting, yet they must be embraced if they are to flourish. Have you the faith to do as much?
That could have been bad.
Well, aloft, unspoken. Let their words echo in your empty soul. Ruination is come!
Ah, hell. What the? Oh, you won. Okay, cool. Digging that pit. Damn it. Ow, ow, ow. Something in my ear. Oh, my ear itches. What the heck was that? Like I got a weird ear itch. Weird ear itch. What's more damage? Armor? Okay, so armor crush is less than AoE damage, right?
Your coming was foretold, servant of Ivalice. Or perhaps you serve another. I am Count Sidolphus Orlando. Your journey ends here.
Did we even get a chance to, like...
Hearts of men lack corruption and must needs be cleansed.
Oh, God.
Up to the skies and tremble as the brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds mine enemies and tears their flesh asunder. Shadows cast, seven plagues foretold. At the end of the broken path lies hell, and sin alone.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Darkness and drown its loveless embrace. The gods will not be watching. Misfortune hangs heavy, head once held high. Such is poor cover when the Come, show me more.
I have no idea what the hell's going on in this fight. I forgot this thing so much.
Is to die by the sword. There is time enough for regret in the flames of hell. Cold is the flame that severs the villain's head.
There's so much happening. I have no idea what's going on.
The path that leads you from hell.
They're killing it though, that's nice. Oh, our healer, one of our healers is down. That's bad. Ugh. Crazy. Oh, that's right. This one is this one. hate this boss. It's hard to tell what he's doing next. Bullshit. Oh, we lost our heave. Oh god, we lost our tank. I have no idea who that boss was. Ooh. Need.
Is it sanctum you seek, my wayward children? Or perhaps you are come in search of power?
Oh, that's a lot of oversight.
That which lies at your feet, that blessed bauble can grant you both. You need but will it so. Now, take up your salvation and be gone. Mortal agency in matters divine shall not be suffered.
Crazy. Yes, because idiots don't know how to wait. I shouldn't say that, that's mean. But they should have waited.
Your very soul shall not escape my wrath. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Look at them. Who's this guy?
Simmer does the light of life before rising to the heavens in a cleansing conflagration of divine benevolence. Your sins, your sins are done.
Whoa.
Few can claim to have endured the might of my will.
I guess we count as those few.
Denizens of
Oops.
Ivalice, from ink of blackest night I see. Kneel before me. Your very soul shall not escape my wrath. Kneel before me. Denizens of Ivalice, from ink of blackest night I see. Denizens of Ivalice, from ink of blackest night I see.
He's dead. Mother.
Kneel before me. I see it now, in you.
Boom.
I am your mother. I am your maker. I am Ivalice. Consign me unto darkness, and your light will be forever lost.
You're a big ass website. Need. Damn it. Need. Really? Alright, cool. Fuck this. Literally got nothing out of that. That's BS. Alright, who cares? Let's go. Buddy! Or at least pretentious upstart. Water bottle. I ain't drinking no soda this late. Water. 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 I might play Cyberpunk later. I got time a little bit. Hmm? The ancestors. You have my thanks, noble warrior of light. You have achieved what I could not. Technically, you're my ancestor too, if we consider it, because I'm warrior of light, you're warrior of light as well. And you bear of my blood and the blood of House Jedi. Thank you for seeing my final wish fulfilled. Stadio Agrius. I have no idea who you are. My sacrifices finally have been given meaning. Now, my friends, let us retire to Mother Heidelind's bosom, that we may finally rest. The OG characters. Farewell. You are the true heroes of this story. Delita, I have missed you, old friend. Smile. Aw, Delita. Forgive me, Ramza. You did better than what history gave you. I could have done more, I'm truly sorry. And his sister, that's not his sister. Parent sister. across life and death. You crying? Dear God. There's so much more left. I mean, not really, but it's like, oh gosh, I've been going at this one hard. It's still been a good story, though. Fun story. Fun story. Forgive your father. Tell the world. No, my son. We needn't burden ourselves further. But father, we cannot allow our ancestors' name to remain. And we will not. It's simply not in the manner you think. I shall be adding a final act to the Zodiac Grave story, telling how of Ramza and the Forgotten Heroines chronicle or in the lies smote the angel. I'm tired. I would offer you my thanks again, Yazaru, but thanks are not nearly enough to express my gratitude for all you have given us. First, to complete the Zodiac Grave story, I should print a tale about the great legendary warrior of light. I will be taking costs out of that, and his expenditure and riches across the three great continents. And more to come. Absolutely not. You should know. I helped you with Omega, either before or after this. I do not know, actually. One more fuck up and you're dead. Who's playing Delita? He looks something like him. Itchy, ewy. Itchy, itchy, yeah, yeah. How that song goes? I forget. Virgo, you both are wonderful. That's not how she sounds. I forget, but I forget. Actors. Meanwhile, in the clockwork city of Gog. Garlands. Well, sir, further research will be required to reach a positive conclusion, but preliminary tests show that the technology utilized here bears striking similarities to our own. Excellent. But the aliens play with the bubbles. True power lies within these very walls. It appears our ancestors were as cunning as they were ruthless. Hmm? What? 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 He's not here. Interesting. What the fuck? Why'd I get stuck in this? Okay, we're done here. Nope. Hello there, friend. Goodbye there, friend. I do love that bard outfit. That is so sick. I don't know what expansion it comes in, but that bard outfit looks nice. And thus there it goes. The city of lost angels is complete, and that is the story of Ivalice. Yeah. It was fun though. It was really fun. Like, don't take my tiredness to be like exhaustion. It was honestly really fun. It was fun to go back to the Zodiac Brave story. In the words Alliance. Always cool to revisit. What the fuck? Cool ass outfit. Anyway, it's always fun to go back to that. Very fun indeed. Well, what do we do now, I wonder? Where do we go? How do we go? What could be next for the Warrior of Light? What could be next for the Warrior of Light? Another trial, perhaps? Another journey? Or maybe an epiphany? Yeah. I'm being vague with people who know what's about to happen next. You know, it's finna get long. Pause. Anywho. Till next time. It's gonna be a long one next time, I guarantee you that.